It must have something to do with the collective, because I've been feeling a little off myself. But the message seems to consistently keep coming through of kind of bouts of anxiety, depression, sadness. I'm hearing demineralization, but what they're saying is like the not depersonalization, was it dematerialization? Like kind of feeling outside of this world, right? So if you have an anxiety issue or panic issue, and you can feel disassociated in a way. And so there's this feeling of disassociating from your surroundings and not getting a consistent handle and control over your thoughts, your feelings. Now, I'm recording this Wednesday morning, okay? My video that's coming out today is, I'm going to release it later than I normally do. I recorded that on Tuesday, and I didn't get around to uploading it. And I was even thinking to myself, okay, well, maybe I can upload it like Thursday or something. And Spirit just keeps telling me, you need to post that today. Like, that needs to go out today. And so, like, it just feels like this continuous feeling. Now, I don't know if this is because they're pointing out, they're like, okay, so look at last video, like the one that's going to be posted earlier, but the one previous to this, right? And they're saying, like, look at how we told you that to keep yourself out of it, because what happened is that the last candle reading I did, that was very helpful for me. So I, like, afterwards, I, like, really lost balance, I really started freaking out. And that helped me a lot. And so in that reading, I felt like that reading helped me a lot, right? And that was meant for me also. And so then this last video, they're saying that didn't have to do with me, but they're saying, look at how, like, there's this continuous, it's like this collective feeling of kind of adjusting. That's what they're saying, is like there's this readjustment, like an ascension. So they're giving me the title, because I didn't even think of a title for the video from earlier today. And the title that they're giving me is about ascension symptoms. Like this is a symptom of you ascending, right? And so what they're saying is, like, collectively we are ascending, right? Like there's some sort of like vibrational readjustments that's happening, like where globally we're readjusting in some way. And so how it's being reflected is, like, even if you don't prior have any kind of issues, then it could be directly from that, but it could also coincide with whatever you're doing in your personal life. Like for me, I'm cutting out caffeine. Well, I'm not cutting out caffeine completely, I guess, but I've cut out coffee. And so it's, that's going to make me anxious and like kind of emotional. And so it's this feeling like, because they're showing me all kinds of things. Like, it's like whether you're doing some sort of detox, whether you're, for women, if you're perimenopausal, like all of these kinds of things where it kind of just coincides, like it just coincidentally lines up with the ascension. So it's like double intensity, right? And they're bringing me back to that last reading. They're connecting how I was saying, what were you saying? I don't know, I lost it. I mean, I see it, but I don't really know how to describe it. Okay. They're saying be gentle with yourself and watch the way that things materialize. Again, there's a real big emphasis on like, see how when the droplet hits, the droplet of wax hits the water and it turns from that liquid material into solid in a way that's very meditative and reflective of the way that your thoughts can create your reality, and how your fears or your concerns, your stresses and stressors are indicators of places in your life or in your mind that you can gather a lot of information about how you can re-strengthen it feels like re-strengthen your resolve against outside, it's like outside influences. The way they're showing me is this is turning into a tree, so it's like this thick tree bark, right? And so it's the bark becoming thicker and thicker and thicker, so that wind and storms, when they come through, it doesn't knock the stump over, it doesn't knock the tree over, and you have become very rooted into the ground. They're saying be careful of outside influences that are, it feels like they're transforming seemingly more rapidly than you. So it seems like things, it's like it feels like people, okay, so people surrounding you may be transforming quicker, changing quicker than you're used to. And to be careful of that, because you don't want to try and play catch up, right? Like kind of play to your ego of trying to match up with them. You need to stay in your own lane and focus on your own progresses, because that's going to allow yourself to go at your path. Like that's the speed that you need to go. You're not meant to kind of you're going to lose sight and you're going to lose focus, and it's going to cause you to weaken, right? And so it's like their strengths are their strengths, your strengths are yours. You don't need to compare yourself to what they're doing and how far you feel that they've progressed, because you're on different timelines. It works symbiotically, because they're showing me nature now, and how you can compare like a butterfly and its evolution from the caterpillar or larvae to the butterfly, and then you can compare that to, let's say, an oak tree, from the seed and then being dormant until growth, right? And so they work in tandem together, but they're at two completely different speeds and two different processes. But in the realm of nature, they all work perfectly in line, right? And they're even pointing out the generations of butterflies, right? So it's like you may be impacting generations at many generations later. They're meant to impact generations now, that kind of thing. So kind of looking at it in that way, where again, you can't compare two different journeys. You're not meant to know where it goes, because I'm hearing the question, where does this go? And you're not meant to know where it goes. I'm even seeing here, it's starting to look like a snail to me, or like they're saying a slug and a snail, right? The snail with the shell, the slug without. And they're saying you're not meant to know. So you see how the slug takes house. I don't know if they're the same, the slug and the snail, but that's the way they're showing me. So it's like when the snail has to go find a new shell, a new house, they allow themselves to be vulnerable in the moments of transitioning into that bigger shell, into this more familiar new space, right? And so they're pointing this out because they're saying that you need to make friends, essentially, with your fears, in the sense, not like dark stuff, but obviously like it's like familiarize yourself and understand why you have these concerns, and instead of making them into an enemy, making them into you being able to learn about more about yourself, on how to empower yourself. They're highlighting stay busy. Stay busy. Now, this doesn't mean for you to ignore things that are going on. They're saying to stay busy as in like being productive, right? So if there are things that you actually need to get done, like if you need to clean the house, right? And you're kind of stressed about some other things, you're overthinking about some other things, then go for the things that you know that you need to get done. So it's staying active and staying moving and doing those things that you know that you need to get done, because that's allowing this energy to continuously move through you. And they're also showing, they're saying stop. There's holes in your energy is what they're saying. There's holes in your energy, and they're saying to seal the holes up. Seal the holes up. Which you can do this by meditating, and then they're going back and they're showing me like a dragon, okay? And the dragon's like, you know, like showing the way, right? This is a fierce dragon, is showing you the way. And then they're highlighting earlier today's video, right? Yesterday when I recorded it. So they're highlighting it, and they're saying look at what you were saying about how March, April, it's like March 7th or something, like March 14th, I don't know, somewhere between March and April. And they're coinciding that with 2024 being your year. Like this is going to be a breakout year for you. This is a very important, significant year for you. And I'm seeing this person, I don't really know how to describe it. It's kind of like, you know, if you do those big not balloons, like bubbles, right? So it's like, let's say this whole thing was a soap, and I put the thing in the little ring in here, and I pulled it, and then the bubbles are getting released into the air, right? So it's like all these bubbles releasing behind you, like big bubbles, and they're full of color, and it's very, very beautiful. And it's this feeling of like, I don't know, like magic. It's like very magical, mystical. It's like really, it's really beautiful. I don't know. It's like I'm getting these images of like fire dancers and like kind of just acrobatic kind of stuff. And so anyway, they're saying like 2024 is going to be your breakout year, a really big year for you. It's a very important year in your chart. And then they're pointing to 2027. So there's a similarity between 2024 and 2027 for you. And they're saying that there's a synchronicity. There's a synchronicity about March and April here, where it seems like consistently, I see some very good things that occur in March and April. These are like really, really good, I guess like it's not manifestation months. It's like months of your manifestations coming into fruition, or coming into, the word I'm also getting is like ideation, like it's like becoming. And so I see like this little piece of hair here, and I was seeing if I could burn it, which I'm not. That's just like going crazy. But they're pointing this out because they're saying, they're saying you're, I don't know why that even, but anyway, the message that they're saying with that is saying you're not meant to know why things happen the way they do, in particular, when oh my gosh, so there's something really good happening, okay? And you're not meant to know why it happened, or like why it even happened to you. It's kind of one of those things where it's like, you're not gonna know why. You're not meant to know why. And then they showed me this image of a zoo and a peacock feather. And they're saying you're going to be feeling really, really, really good in those months. So you're either connected, and they're saying to specify in this specific way, okay, where they're saying, I don't know, like me, I don't know if you relate back to earlier today's video, okay? I don't know if you're connected specifically to that, but again, there's a synchronicity here. Again, there's a synchronicity in the other video that I recorded, the other candle reading, where I could relate to that. And so it seems as if collectively there's something really good that's going to be happening overall, like a sense of accomplishment, relief. I don't know if next year is Year of the Dragon either. I believe it is. But it's important because it feels like the dragon could potentially be your spirit animal, or it could be just like somehow very important. Like the dragon's very important, connected to you. Dragon symbolism. Maybe you're gonna start seeing a lot of dragon symbolism coming up, and this should just be confirmation. It's not like supposed to really signal you're like supposed to be doing something or anything. It's just pointing out that it's happening. Something really good's happening. And they're showing me Wizard of Oz. And they're connecting. They're taking me from the beginning of this reading to now. So they're like full circling it. And they're saying it's Wizard of Oz, and how, how Dorothy, she went on the Yellow Brick Road. Like she was following it, and she met all these people and all these like life lessons that she had, right? And then she found out that her fairy godmother was there this entire time watching over her, and that, the way for her to go back, the only thing she ever really wanted was to go home, and she had that power within her this entire time. All she had to do was click her heels 3 times, and then she did that and she went back home, right? And so they're saying like this power has always been within you. This always resided within you. And, again, tackling these concerns and fears that are happening within you and inside of you and inside your mind, and maybe this dematerialization that may happen from time to time. What this is showing you is how powerful your mind can be. First of all, the power within your mind, of how it can kind of control and curtail the way that you move in your life, irregardless of what's actually happening, right? But it's also highlighting, it's like when you were in your fearful state, what is it that you were concerned about leaving or losing, or not having? Like, what were you cherishing in those moments? So as you have your breakout and your breakthrough, how is it that you can strengthen your mind, right? And it could even be your parasympathetic nervous system. Like, how can you repair these and feel safe and recover and push yourself, right? It's not even a pushing feeling, so I don't really want to use that word. It starts with a P. It's not pull, but they're like how do you move your energy and your attention towards those things that you are cherishing, right? How do you put that energy towards that, right? And then they're comparing it to, like, let's say that, you know, I don't know what would really excite you. Like, someone reaches out to you and says the most exciting news ever. What is that? And who is that that's connecting you, right? And feel that excitement, right? Now, that excitement exists within you. Like, you can channel that excitement. You can channel that motivation, right? When you get really excited, now you're super, super motivated to just like go do all these different things. So channel that energy into you. Maintain that energy within you. And all those things that you're learning from your concerns and fears of what it is that you truly cherish and you want to get done, do it, right? That's not to say that your fears are going to come true, right? It's spirit, it's your fairy godmother allowing you to go through these trials to highlight to you the power that resides within you, that you've always had this ability. And you're always looked after, first of all, right? The fairy godmother never left. The fairy godmother was always showing up, right, and helping her. But you had to learn those lessons yourself. You had to experience those yourself. You had to find that yourself. All right, and that's kind of even seeing like the dragon, right? And it not being your enemy, right? Or it's like, you get what I'm saying. So I'm like, can I pull? They're like, yeah, you can pull. So let me, where is, oh, it's over here. Hold on. Okay. Power of angels. May your angels protect you, guide you, and keep you safe. And they're pointing out in this card, look at how they're away from Earth. They're channeling their energy towards Earth. And so I feel like it's like you being on Earth and them being out here. And how you have a powerful team that's working for you. And there's one in particular that's really connecting to you, that seems to be very close to you and very similar in appearance to you or style. There's something about their style or appearance that's very similar to you, that's watching you very closely, that you connect with more consistently, and they feel like a third person or a liaison, like, because the way I'm seeing it is this star and this earth, and it's her in particular, this brunette over there, and it feels like because she's of spirit, like she's an angel, she's connecting information to you, you know, with your spiritual team, but she's also connecting to this other star family, or this other place, and connecting information from there So it's like you see, like she's transferring all this energy and information to you. And I want two more after this. Oh, we have believe in yourself. Believe in yourself and follow your dreams. Eyes of love, focus your eyes on loving actions and your lips on loving words. Archangel Gabriel guides your creativity. I don't know, I just noticed the way I said it. And I was trying to think back. I'm like, have I been saying stuff like, have I been talking like that? It feels like a question. You know, I'm posing it, I'm relaying it kind of as questions. And so there's this, they're showing me the northwest and northeast. So I don't know if that's specific for anyone out here. And then I noticed the jewelry. This was pointed out on here for me, her earrings. And then I'm seeing over here the necklace. It's very important here. So I'm going to get to that in a minute. So with the focus, your eyes on loving actions and your lips on loving words. I think that's obviously, you know, that's clear cut right there for that message. But there's an additional message that's coming through here. It feels like, again, there's this powerful energetic shift. And so they want me to focus more on that too, because they're saying, okay, so they're bringing me back to what I was going to say, and then I lost concentration on it. So how I was saying that there's, on earlier's video, there's like, it's like a symptom, like it's like, what's happening, it's like there's so much happening at once for you. And so they're saying to really try and distinguish what's what, right? And understand what's what. And that's going to help you stay focused on everything here, because what they're, first of all, with Gabriel, so they're saying to the best way to channel this information and get it clear for you, right, and structured for you, is whatever way you creatively express yourself, whatever outlet that is, to do that, right? Stay active in doing that, whether that's writing, whether that's music, whether that's some sort of craft, whether that's cleaning, like anything that's going to keep you focused on kind of just being active in that way, right? And they're saying this is something, it's not solitary, like you could be doing this with other people, but it's not going to be listening to music. It's not going to be you know, you see what I'm saying? Like that's going to take your focus away, right? Now, if you're doing some sort of group puzzle or crocheting or something, that's different, right? They're saying to focus on that creative, whatever that creative outlet is, right? So in earlier's video, I was talking about how there's something happening in some ethers somewhere, right? Okay, we're just gonna say like in some galactic place, okay? So there's some galactic thing that you're channeling, you're getting this information, you're connecting there. And then they're saying that what's happening in the real world is there's shifts happening in your real world, right? In your personal life. And so there's like this friction that's kind of happening there. Now, what they're saying here is that dematerialization could be you connecting there, but it could also be your anxiousness or your fears, right? So finding the energy and identifying the energy and the focus and where it is on, it's kind of like the wavelengths, right? Like what dimension it's on, like where is it coming from? Is it your fears? Is it lower energies? Is it like, right? It's really honing in, figuring every little detail out of what's what here. Okay, believe in yourself and follow your dreams. What I'm seeing with this is This is a very interesting message. They're saying, like, first of all, you're beautiful. There's something you're supposed to hide. You're supposed to hide something. Like, don't reveal this all at once, or like, don't reveal this. See, like, it spilled it, and it's giving me that same message of, like, don't leak your energy. Don't spill your energy. And look, like, my hair got stuck to it. They're saying, like, see with patience, and not, I wasn't really thinking about it, right? Forgot all about it. They're like, with patience, it comes out, like, the wound comes out, right? Like the, like if you have a, what is it, when you get a thorn in you, you know, your body will reject it, like, it'll come out. If like your immune system's enough, I guess, you know, sometimes it'll get dislodged, right? But it's like if you were stressed, anxious, picking at it, all these kinds of things, are like even leaving it, but your body is not rejecting it, then it can get infected, right? But for the most part, naturally, it'll eject itself. Your body will know to eject it. So it's feeling like, I think it's feeling like, don't, again, it kind of brings me back to that comparison thing, sort of, but not really, where it's like, don't feel like you need to project all of your strengths, or like what you know, or what you're discovering, or what you're doing, something like that. Like, don't fall into like wanting to do that in some way, because it's like kind of letting your, because how do I explain? I don't know. It's this woman here, okay? Like, get away. All these cards, get away. Okay, look at her. I'm going to describe what I see. Like, she's so multifaceted here. She's so beautiful, but there's a story behind her. There's a story behind her of not just like why she's so beautiful, or like how she got so beautiful, but it's like, who did her hair? Like, what was she up to like 3 weeks ago? Like, what's going on here? Like, there's a lot of mystery surrounding her, but the mystery is motivated by her beauty. So it's like, let your beauty, or like, it's kind of like letting your more it's not shallow, I guess, but it's just like, allow people to kind of be drawn into you, before really putting on display all of what you know, or something, or like what you're starting to know, or something like that, where it's like, it's like so funny to me. I don't know if it's meant to be funny, because it's like everyone's going to be so captivated by you, right? And then you end up telling all of this like really crazy information, like good information, right? But then it ends up, you're not even a lady, you're an eagle, and then you like go and soar off. Well, actually, you're not an eagle, you're I'm seeing a different raptor. What am I seeing? Like a red-tailed hawk. Like, I'm seeing a hawk. And then you like take off, and it like blows everyone's mind again. So I find that very funny. I don't know if it's meant to be like humorous or not, but it's like, what? Like, it like blows people's mind again. Is like, and it like leaves people like super, super, super confused. Like in a good way, and like, what, like, it makes them start thinking like, what do I even really know about life? Like, I'm so confused. What literally just happened here? Like, what is going on? And like, they can't deny it, so they don't think that they're tripping out or anything, and like imagining it. They're like, I know what I saw, so like, I have no question about it, but like, why, what was that about? Like, I don't, what is happening, right? And then that pushes people to start like discovering something about themselves. So I'm kind of feeling like this already resonates, so you should already make sense of this. But it definitely feels like, you know, as you ascend, it's like you don't have to like announce it. You know what I mean? Like you don't have to really like feel like you have to. Like when it feels natural to you, let everything happen naturally, I think is what I'm really trying to freaking spit out here. Is let it happen naturally. Let everything happen naturally, right? This woman's not forceful. Like her style's very effortless. Like this is very like it's not try hard, right? Like it looks like it matches her. And so it's like don't do something that feels unnatural to you because you feel like you should or you have to or something like that, right? It's this feeling of like, if you're excited, yeah, go for it, right? But because that's natural to you. That's how you feel. That's being honest or like sincere about, you know, how you're presenting yourself. Be sincere. But what you're going to find is you have so much more going on, right? Like, I'm sure not everyone in the world knows if you've been experiencing all of these like anxiety things that I've been picking up on. If you like, people aren't really going to know what's going on in your head 24/7, right? So you're not going out and telling people everything that's happening 24/7, right? Because your mind's working way faster anyway. So it's like you're already light years ahead. You have to tell someone in 24 hours what you've said in your mind, which is probably like, again, like 5,000 years worth of thoughts. So just keep in mind I was thinking so I was like keep in mind, I'm like, what is it? And I was saying, you know, I want to get something super specific here, right? Because I'm starting to kind of get frustrated because I'm like, this is like, I want something so specific, you know, like I can say like, you know, I don't know, I just want to say something super duper specific, and they're like, no, you're not meant to say anything specific. And then they brought me here, and I don't know if you're gonna be able to see. I'm shaking it around. No, it's going back. That is so funny. It's going back. There's this one, and it looks like a fish. I mean, they all look like fish, but this one's like a fish, and it has a little bubble. A little bubble. And again, they're bringing me back to like, first of all, that power of angels, there are 4. So the 4 guides might be significant here. There might be 4 guides with one very specific, super close connection to you. Because it's this feeling like there's a memory, okay? And I don't know if this is like a real life memory, like it happened this life, or it's like a projection into the future of a memory, like you remember something that's, you know, supposed to happen for you, or it's like you remember something about who you are, you know, as in your essence or in your journey or your origins, like something like that. And then when I said that, then they brought up Thoth, wisdom, a book, and a map, and the word good, like good map, a good map, ancient map, mystery map, and it will help, help's not the right word, so like it will, ignore I said help, so it will illuminate your story, it will illuminate your history. Answers, it's an answer to a prayer, or it's an answer to what your history is. It will like jar up ancient wisdom of your story. And be gentle. They're saying, I don't know if I said this right, they're saying be gentle with yourself. Be gentle with yourself through this. Be patient, gentle with yourself. I just want to say hi. Like there's someone saying hi. Like hi. And it's someone very just like a spiritual, like it feels like spiritual. Maybe you're going to meet a spiritual community, or you're involved with a spiritual community that, I don't know, there's someone that wants to say hi. Something about the body. You'll know when it happens to you. That's what I'm hearing. You'll know when it happens to you. And the bubbles, so it's like pearls. They look like pearls. I don't know, someone wants to say that they're with you. It's like very pleasant, and I feel it in my right hand. And it's like when you look at this, I'm looking at this too. When you see things, I see it too. And it's like you looking down at pearls, and it's like bubbling out of like a clam shell, oyster shell, right? And it's like these pearls. And it's like when you look at them, I'm looking at them with you. And then they're like holding you. Like the word I'm getting is like enrobe, like they're enrobing you. Like a baby. And it's like you're holding these pearls, or like, you know, like kind of like a rosary beads, like pearls. Or like the baby pearls, you know? Like the teething pearls. I don't know, something like that. That might be a specific message for someone. I don't know, so it's whoever it is, they love you very much. Because they're showing like a picture. It looks like wooden walls, right? Like wooden walls, and then a picture. I don't know if it's like a black and white picture, or it's just like, maybe it's not, but it looks just like a picture of someone. And then they're showing like a wall, or like you standing and there's like a wall, and there's like just a singular picture. And there's like laughter and something to do with hands. I don't know. A picnic? I don't know. I'm not sure. What am I seeing? Picnic. I don't know if it's a picnic. They might be just showing me like they're showing me this memory I have. You know, because I'm from California, so it's like I was in California, I was a baby, and then there's like this picture that was like taken of my family and me, like as a kid. So I don't know if it's supposed to be like a picture of when someone was a kid, is someone in California, or it's a picnic. I'm not sure what they're saying here. I'll pick one more and then we'll be done here. Okay, if that resonated with you, that's yours, and then this is the general and overall eyes of love once again. looking at you with eyes of love. Self-fulfilling prophecy. Take small steps to diminish your worrying. Know it's going to be okay, and so it is. So it's reassurance from whomever it is that they want you to worry less. Or not at all, right? Try not to worry at all. Again, no, it is going to be okay. So it is. And then Archangel Gabriel, again, coming through. So and with this one, this general message, it has something to do with the way that you style yourself. They're saying something about paying attention to the way that your style, whether this is like physical style or anything, I guess. Like just style doesn't have to be just the way that you express yourself, right? Like be aware of the way that you express yourself. I don't, how do I say it? Like that sounds like almost like a warning. It's not a warning. It's like, it's not necessarily about being mindful. It's like, it's kind of like, it is kind of being mindful in the sense of watch the way that you are changing. Like literally watch, like not like you better watch it. It's like look at the way that you're changing, and the way that you express yourself, because I think this is gonna like amaze you in some way, or it's just gonna like maybe just like show you something about yourself. Like it's kind of like a graph, right? Like it gives you some sort of like way to see things transforming is by observing yourself. Okay, so that's what I got. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.